Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Backpacktrader training room for Tuesday, April 18th, 2023. Please note the required risk disclosure. This room is for educational and information purposes only. It is not to be considered individual financial advice. Trading of this type carries substantial risk and should only be attempted with funds that you can afford to do without. All right, let's get at it and see where we are. All right, we had a crude oil, we had a break even to start. Good morning, Pamela. Touched Money Management. Good morning, Miles. Good morning, Arizona Bob. Please do say hello in the chat so I know who's here. Second trade was long at 9:15. It just meandered around and then stopped and reversed at 79. Just and that at 79. Target 4 is going to be our only target, so I would say target 4 and trail on that. Stop and reverse at 79. Ooh, just touched it, so we're in the short. Stop and reverse adjust would make it 81. Key level would take it down to 79. That brings our money management down to all the way down to 69, which was the original stop, and there's a full stop out. So for trade number 3. So a losing session on crude this morning. Less than a minute to go to YM in a short that's gone too far now. Market just opened. Unleaded gas, and please note that crude and unleaded are both on the June contracts as of yesterday. Volume transitioned to the June contracts yesterday. Nothing happening so far. We have this squeeze zone filter on the short trade that just set up on the pound Aussie. And we have our first trade set up in the morning on soybeans. Short 14.91 flat. As I said, actually target 1 traders get POQ on that first trade on unleaded, also the June contract. Probably avoidable on the short. We'd have to look at it carefully. But this one probably isn't avoidable and takes a full stop out on the short. And no trigger on the long, so that then we get a long triggering in that we're currently in. Trying to figure out if it's going to continue on up. It's pulled back to the 50 EMA. In consolidation, not able to get away from the 200 go on the up move. And now testing the 50 EMA for the second time. And a long trade on the YM. Eight seconds to a close well below the entry, so I would say that we're getting in sync at this point. And I would go to 06 and just entered at 06. Soybeans, getting target on that short trade, stop at 90 3/4, 11 tick target 1, and just hitting target 2 as well for another 17. So we have crude is complete. 3 trades. Unleaded just stopped out of that long trade. So second full stop there. If you didn't get filled at the stop on crude, it's come down, hit money management and target 4, so you would be trailing now. And you would be trailing at 78. As I mentioned, that's going to be a small trade with target 4 being your first actionable target. So I would go target 4 and trail on this, since we normally do 2 positions. There's not another target out there for the second position, so I would, given this is a small trade, I'd trail it. But that's only if you didn't get, looks to me like, and the data says that we hit a high of 96, and that's exactly where the stop was. So I don't understand why the calculator is still tracking this one. And a short stop and reverse from 19. I'm sorry, that's not right, not 19. From make it 69. Soybean stop at 90 flat. Still 2 positions on, looking for target 3 and a trailer. Alright, YM taking heat. Micro Russell with a long trade at 18.6. That's by the way, the long trade that we just, the 2 full stop outs are for target 2 traders only. And a new short on unleaded. And a new stop in reverse. At 103 on the YM. And I believe it just hit that. Yep, we hit the reversal at 103. For 89 flat for soybean stop. Still looking for target 3. And money management on the unleaded trade for target 2 traders. If you didn't get filled at 103, I would take that stop and reverse up to 106, which is the full stop on the short trade for the YM. 88 and a half for soybeans trailing stop. Soybeans is going to be one and done this morning. And the Russell getting to money management. Break-even stop at 18.7, right at the apparent open of the prior bar. That's an artificial point, so wouldn't move off of it. Target 2 looking for target 3 as our first actionable target to take profit. Trailing stop on unleaded at 051, since this is for target 2 traders, and leave a couple of ticks of risk on it around the major key level. $88.25 now for soybeans, and target 3. So trailer only on soybeans remaining at 87.25. Targets of 11, 17, and 24. 38, 50, 62 ticks on the targets. 15.5 points. The entry was at 91. Our current stop is at 87.25. So 3 3/4 points on the trailer so far. Soybeans gotten as high as 87 flat, still a tick away from the stop. And unleaded did get target 2, trailer at 033. So that was a 62 tick target. We took a 38.76 tick loss, 59 tick risk. That's 118. Ooh, and 76. $194 ticks. Stop now at 22. And what did we get on this? Yeah, we just got a couple of ticks on that long trade. So down 192. We picked up 62 on the target, so that we're down 130. If you're in the long trade on the YM, I would move the stop around session low there. Session low is at 061, stops at 63, so I would make a 4-tick adjustment down to 59. You've got a fairly recent session low and a second excursion within about 4 ticks of that. So I would, if you're in the long, I'd protect it going below the session low. Alright, the Russell stopped out for a break even and now is in a short trade from 16.9. And there is the natural stop, and and we got we set a new session low at 61. And a short setup on the pound Aussie. Unleaded stop down to 016. And soybeans did stop out at 87 1/4, and that gives us $3 3/4 points on the trailer, added to our 15 1/2. And gives us 19 1/4 points on the day. In a one and done session. The Russell with a target 3 and target 4 win, trailing at 16.3. And the YM did push down to 57, so that if you were in the long, that is a full stop out, even with the adjusted stop. If you didn't get into the long, you would still be in this earlier short right here. And looking for money management at 051. $69.88 for unleaded. Looks like 15.8 for the Russell stop. All right, 981 for the stop on unleaded. And that target 2 was 987, so entry was 049. Now down to 977. And 968. So we've added another 19 ticks to the target 2. And if you avoided the long on the YM, you just hit target 1 on the short. 961 for the YM for the unleaded stop. 15.1 for the micro Russell stop. And you would be at break even stop on the YM short at 068. And 5 minutes to 10 a.m. crude session. Crude mini session. $9.52 for the unleaded stop. Our entry was 049, I believe. Yes. So 49 and 48 is 97. Yeah, 97 ticks so far on the. We were down 130 after target. And 942. It's 107 ticks. Just need another 24 ticks to get positive for target 2 traders. And the YM hits target 2 and is trailing now. Should be somewhere around, let's see, right there we are. Yeah, 52 would be the stop. $9.16 now for the unleaded stop. Challenging that a bit. All right, down now to 47.047 for the YM stop. If you're in the short, still in the short. I say 047. Yeah, 047. Looks like maybe coming down another tick. And did we stop out of unleaded? Nope, we're still good by a tick. And the Russell down at 10.6. And we are positive there's, I believe there's the stop out. Yep. Hit 916, but that's 133 ticks on the trailer, and that gets us to 3 ticks positive. POQ. What a ride. All right. Micro NQ then. There we are. 9:34. Exchange time would be 8:34, but I'm obviously having to chart everything on the same time period, so I'm running an Eastern time zone chart, all Eastern time zone charts. So we have a full stop out long, and no good way to avoid that. And then we get into the short with lots of time. We are at money management and trying to get down to target 2. So 41 is the current stop on the YM if you're in the short. Going through target 3. And the MNQ hitting target 2. Trailing at 251.25. And the Micro Russell getting within 1, but still in the short. Stop at 10.6. MNQ, Micro NQ stop at 245.75. And the YM through target 4, and the stop at 036. It looks like the next close. All right, we're in the 10 a.m. crude session, so we're looking for our first trade, and that prior short just stopped out. 237 and a quarter for MNQ stop. 097 for the micro Russell stop. Big move here on all three indices. .016 for the YM stop. Looks like it'll come down to at least 007. And there's a 07. Or I'm sorry, 011. Yeah, 011. MNQ stop at 222 and a half. Micro Russell stop at 08.8. And it's calculator still tracking that short. And the YM looks like it stopped out. Yep, got to 312, so it's out, or 012. So if you avoided the long, so you got the long stop and reverse to short, target one and a nice big trailer, that would get you POQ. If you didn't avoid the second stop and reverse to long, and you're waiting for another trade. One close above the balance line on the pound Aussie. No changes in micro Russell or micro NQ. Still at 222.50 on the micro NQ and 08.8 on the micro Russell. And looks like, yeah, we stopped out of the micro NQ at 222.50. So that is one loss, one win, big win. Targets 2, 3, and 4, and trailer in between targets 3 and 4. YM gets a long trade. For those that did get reversed into the long trade. And the micro NQ, or micro Russell, I'm sorry, M2K, stopping out at 088. And a second close above the balance line for the pound Aussie, so the short trade is canceled. And as things stand right now on crude, 10 a.m. session, we have the potential for a long at 80.16, 2 ticks above the 20 SMA. I definitely would want to make sure it clears the 20. Strong down move in crude as well as the market indices. The bar will close at would close at 14, right on the 200 EMA, or I'm sorry, the 20 SMA. But it looks like it may go down after all. Now this will be, if we go down from here, we will get a short setup. This will be the SMA setup. Although it looks like that down move is kind of running out of gas. Okay, crude now definitely flat. I'd like to see this setup come below the session low at 79.91, but I don't think that's going to happen. Actually, yeah. If we go straight down from here with 2 maximum bars, then we end up closing at the second bar down is going to close at 91, and so we'd get an entry at 89. And now we're heading back up again. So we still have the potential of a long trade, this time at still at 16. Low of the bar is at 04. It's going to close it up at 12. And there is our entry at 16. Long on crude from 80.16. And the YM is still long. And target 1 achieved on crude. That's a one and done session. Will be a one and done session. Stop at 17 with a second position on. Coming close to target 2. Target 2 looks like what, 80.45? 80.44. So we got within 2, it looks like. Long trade on the micro Russell, 10.6, and we got as high as 10.5, so still not in that trade. Missing target 2 by 1 tick. I would mark it out of that if it gets back to within 1 or 2 ticks. That stayed around there long enough, I'd have marked it out anyway. That's our only remaining position. Don't fight over those that last tick or 2. Having trouble moving away from the 50 EMA. Here's within 1 tick again, and now it goes through, so that getting our 2 targets, 17 and 28, 45 ticks. So that certainly mitigates some of the 9 a.m. session. A significant portion of it, I'm sure. So crude has completed the 9 a.m. session. The Russell is long. The YM is long, trying to get the money management. For anybody that actually did get reversed, that stop and reversed, the second stop and reverse back to long, and then you got a full stop out. If you avoided this long trade, then you should be POQ on the short. So now crude's going up faster than it came down even. It's made almost a dollar move in the last 10 minutes. 10 plus minutes. Did we get target 1 there? Yeah, we got target 1 now. How big was it? 1.1, so we need 3 more ticks. We got 1. So we need to go to 1812 flat to come to break even. And there it is, break even on the Russell. And the YM hits money management and starts to trail, but also hits target 1. So we actually start trailing at 34.18, 34.019. So we pick up 28 on the target. Questions or comments this morning? Everybody's being very quiet. .022 for the YM stop. And crude going all the way from setting new session lows to going through the session open from yesterday evening, all the way up to $81 a barrel from $79.91. $79.91 around 10 after 8, and getting as high as 81.07 at around 10:23. And now getting as high as 81.09. we get to 81.16, we'll have made a $1.25 move. After almost that big a move down in roughly from 9:30 to 10:10, so in about 40 minutes. So active, and looks like target 3. Yeah, target 3 on the Russell. So that is win number 2. And stopping out on crude at 80.93. Short trade on the micro NQ. And now the Russell break-even stop and a short now as well. Target 1 on the micro NQ. Break-even stop 197.25. And we stopped out of the YM at 0.22, and we went short at 0.16, and I've already hit target 1. I started to say, nope, no way of catching that. We hit money management in literally 2 seconds from the setup, so that one's too fast to have caught. As I imagine, you're still going to need another trade to get positive if you took the full loss on the stop and reverse long. And micro Russell break even stop at 0.93, down through target 2, looking for target 3 to take profit. Micro NQ looking for target 2 to take profit. Russell and the YM actually setting new session lows. Russell getting close to its session low. And the micro NQ just now going through its session open. Are we going to get that little bit more push to get to targets? Did we get to? Micro NQ target is 169 even, and we did get there. Yep, definitely got there. Target 2 achieved on the micro NQ, so that is a second winning trade there as well. If we can get to target 3 on the Russell, that's win number 3. In 4 trades, so we can take one more winner. We can take, if we get one more winner, we'll end the session, or 2 more trades. And there's target 3, so that is win number 3. Trailing now at 092. Micro NQ still at 197 and a quarter. Crude 10 a.m. session is done. Oh, and soybeans also transitioned to its next contract. It's on the July contract now. And significant move there, blasting through targets 3 and 4 on the Russell. Stop down to 071. Micro NQ getting at its session lows now. Looking for target 3, trailing at 180 and a half, 177 and a half. Did we get target 3? 157. We got to 156 and a half. So yes, target 3 on the Micro NQ. 2 solid wins there. And the Russell stops out at 061. Targets 3 and 4, win number 3. With 1 loss, no, break even in three wins. So a very good morning on the Russell, and now long trade. If this is a winner, that will end the session. 4 winners. All right, so where are we going? Still 77 and a full stop out, so that is a loss on the micro Russell. And now trade number 6, the last trade of the morning on the Russell, win or lose. 034. Four tick adjustment would be a bit much on the Russell there, it looks like. Actually, it would be a 5 tick adjustment, because we'd need to, with the key level, we'd want to get down to 029. That's just a little too big of an adjustment to try to make there. Okay, that actually should be still a valid trade. Just to make sure. So yeah, we hit the stop and then came down to the entry, so that's a valid trade. .2, so we got to go 2 ticks beyond that. So 0.2 flat for to bring it to the stop, money management to stop, or break even stop. And the micro NQ stopping out at 77.5. 2 positions coming off there. So 1 loss, 2 wins on the micro NQ, 1 break even, 3 wins, and a loss on the micro Russell. And we're in the short on the micro Russell. This is a valid trade. Long trade setup on the micro NQ and a full stop out on the micro Russell to end that session. Okay, we've got up to 3 trades remaining on the micro NQ, but that's the only thing left other than the pound Aussie, and the pound Aussie has done absolutely nothing this morning other than the 1 setup that canceled. So I believe it's time to call it a morning. We will be back tomorrow, regular Wednesday morning session at 9:30, crude oil inventory report session at 10:30. Questions or comments? I'll give it 2 or 3 minutes to see if anybody has any questions. And just as I say something about the pound Aussie, then it gives me a new short setup. It looks like it's going to trigger. Yep, there's a short. You're welcome, Pamela. Pound Aussie short from 476. That overbought reading goes all the way back to 452 this morning. 457, the last 452 and 457 were the last 2 overbought readings. It still hasn't had a successful short trade or an oversold. So that short is valid. Micro NQ in the long. And I don't see any questions. So I think I'm going to bid everybody farewell, and we will see you in the morning. It looks like, of course, just as soon as I get ready to shut it down, pound Aussie starts moving, and looks like the Russell's going to start, the micro NQ is going to start moving too. Pound Aussie testing the EMAs now, going through the 20 test. It's through the 50, but not close. No close yet below the 50, and working to push down through the 200. Looking like they're both going to sit here and consolidate for a few minutes. So I'll go ahead and shut it down and see you in the morning. Everybody have a good afternoon. Make sure you transition your charts on the energies over to June, and on soybeans to July. And have a good afternoon.